Let's talk about humor and having a positive attitude. One time I listened to Brad Wilcox and he talked about humor and he said how it increases your immunity and your pain tolerance. Science. It's good for you. There's a quote I love by Marjorie Pay Hinckley, and I'm not sure if I'm saying it exactly right. You can either there are two ways to get through life. You either laugh or you cry. And then she says, I prefer to laugh. Crying gives me a headache. Right? We all go through hard challenges and trials and things that hurt. And it's good to be sad. It's okay. It's healthy to be sad. The Savior was perfect. He was absolutely flawless. He never sinned, never did anything wrong. But he would be sad sometimes. He had sorrow. He wept. It's not bad to be sad. But I also think when we're down, it's a great time to think about our blessings and to think positively and be happy and to laugh. I made up a parable from my childhood. One time I was upset and I was up in my room and I was moping. My older brother had just come home from his mission recently. So he knocks on the door. Hey, is it okay if I come in? You know, that missionary voice, like when they're right out of the mission, where they kind of make the up. And how are you today? My voice goes up when I talk about spiritual things. You know that voice I'm talking about. So he comes in, he sits on my bed, asks me what's wrong, and we have this great conversation. I vent to him, I tell him how frustrated I am, and he sits there, he listens, and I can feel that he's truly listening. And he's like, that's frustrating. I understand why that hurts you. He is such a good big brother. Then I felt good. I felt like there was someone who knew what I was going through, someone who could relate to what I was experiencing. He gets up and he says, listen, don't sit here feeling sorry for yourself all day. Let's go do something. Let's get out of your room. Let's go do something fun. And that was such a special memory I had with my brother in that moment. And I feel like there's a hidden message in that memory. I was supposed to keep that memory. Because sometimes when I'm going through something hard and I'm going through hard trials, I've noticed I have that same friendship with my Savior. I feel like he's there for me. He sits on the side of the bed and he listens to me and he says, that's frustrating. I'm sorry you're going through this and I understand. But I don't think he wants us to sit there all day feeling sorry for ourselves. I think at a point he wants us to get up and go do something fun. Whenever I teach a lesson, I always love to do this. Look at this picture. For 5 seconds, I want you to focus on everything red. 5, 4, 3, 2, time's up. Now I want you to list everything yellow you saw in the picture. What? If we only focus on the hard things and everything that's going wrong in our lives, we're gonna miss all of these blessings that are right in front of our face that we don't even realize are there. The yellow. The yellow are the blessings, if you didn't. This life is so short, and when I look back on the hard times in my life, I don't want to feel like I wasted that time. I want to feel like I still took something good out of it, even though it was hard. Like I endured. Like when you run long distance.
It's like when you take PE your freshman year of high school and they make you run the mile and do 4 laps around the track. I remember thinking, I'm almost done with my freshman year of high school. I'm like a lap around my freshman career mile track. That doesn't make sense. And I'm realizing if I live to be 100 years old, I'm definitely past my first lap. I've only got 3 more laps to go. Life is short. In high school, I didn't have to push a stroller up the hill, though.
This is it. This is your only chance to live. The clock is ticking. It's as if God drops you in the middle of Disneyland and he says, you've got 1 hour.
Yeah! I'm sick of it.
Oh, baby. There's so much to do and there's no way in that hour you're gonna do everything you wanna do. We can't waste time. This life is so much fun. There are so many opportunities for us and there's no way we can fit all of these great opportunities into our one tiny little life. Make the most of it. Be happy. I know I need to practice what I preach because I can fall into those ruts of being sad and disappointed and down, and I'm gonna work on that. There's a bug. There's a bug. Get this bug off of my notes.